Here I am, in the business school getting an economics degree. And my junior year in college is the first time I'm hearing about just like a very basic concept in personal finance.
You've amassed a very impressive audience on social media. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe your largest following is on TikTok with well over 400,000 people consuming your content.
Mhm.
How did you get into personal finance and how did you get started making videos on the internet?
Yeah, which the 400,000 number is just insane for me. I grew up in a hometown of about 11,000 people. And so it's mind boggling. Yeah, so my journey with personal finance, I grew up in a lower middle income household, didn't know much about money. My parents didn't really invest at all. I was always kind of frugal or tight with money, I'd say, and then went to school and just happened to stumble into an economics class, fell in love with it, and then ended up getting an econ degree and then just kind of lucked into working at an investment bank out of college. And the whole time, I was learning about investments and everything, and all this stuff was new to me. But I was working, 40, 50 hours a week. And then I'd be going home and reading blogs and watching YouTube videos about personal finance and things like that. So it's just always kind of been a passion of mine. And then, just continued to learn over the years.
It's one thing to enjoy economics or a class or have a passion for a particular subject, but it's a bit of a leap
Mhm.
to start, communicating about it, especially to the masses. Like, how did you make your
Mhm.
first video? How did you get into that side of your life?
So I was working for a broker dealer. There's a lot of regulations when you're in the financial services industry. I never posted anything on any social medias. And then I left to help a friend with the family business. So I was no longer in the industry. And so I had, like all this knowledge that I'd built up, not only from working in the industry and, through getting the degree, also got my MBA, had this knowledge built up. And one, I didn't want it to erode over time. If you don't use something, you're going to lose it. And then two, I kind of felt an obligation that, I've learned all this stuff about money, personal finance, investing. And there's so many people out there. I know the first time I heard about a Roth IRA, which is a very basic concept when it comes to personal finance in the US, I was a junior in college, and it was just kind of a sidebar in an accounting class. The professor said, okay, this isn't going to be on the test, but this is going to be the most important thing that you learn in your college career. And he walked through what a Roth IRA was, basically just a retirement account. And that was the first time I'd heard about it. Here I am, in the business school getting an economics degree. And my junior year in college is the first time I'm hearing about just like a very basic concept in personal finance. And so I knew there was a disconnect that, school's not teaching these things for a lot of people. And I just wanted to share that knowledge with people. It's been super interesting because I was one of the early people, one of the early finance people on there. I think when I first got on there, I remember searching for financial content, and there was like one accountant that like he was posting dancing videos and stuff, and then
Right.
was like, "Hey guys, I'm an accountant by the way. Here's how to use a credit card."
Yeah.
But like that wasn't his main deal, and like there was like one or two accounts out there that were posting financial content, and so I was early, and like the first few videos I posted, I actually didn't even show my face because it was literally like 17, 18-year-old girls dancing. And like that was it. So it started with logical finance. And that was literally like the day I was posting my first video. I just like came up with the name. I don't know, it's kind of a weird name, but my thought process was, like I said, I never posted anything on social media. Always kind of been a private and introverted person, and I didn't want to put my name out there just because if it completely bombed, I could delete it all and there'd be like no record of me
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
posting anything. And so I did it under the logical finance name, and then obviously ended up setting up like an LLC and everything around that. It just kind of stuck. It's kind of tough to switch branding once you've built a little bit of a following.
And what is your mission with that brand? Kind of you've grown it to a huge following already. I mean, what are you trying to achieve here?
My favorite part of the whole process is when I get DMs or emails of somebody saying, you helped me to start investing, or I used to be in credit card debt and now I'm out of it. And so just largely just helping people. I mean, ultimately, there is some monetary benefit that I get from posting content through brand deals and stuff. Most of that I've put back into, creating better content, cameras and equipment, stuff like that. But largely that's the mission. Like I said, one, I wanted an excuse to be looking up all this stuff and staying sharp on it. And, posting content gives me that excuse. And two, being able to share this information with people.